Hey, fabulous friends. Yay, we made it. We've made it through 2025. Wow. Another year. I just want to sit back and think about that for a minute. I want to think about, and I want you to join me in this. Take the time. I want you to pause this vlog and think about how this year has gone for you. So hit the pause button and we'll both just take the time to think on what this year has been like. Alrighty, we're back. So during my pause, I took the time to literally just go back over the year for myself. Got my notebook here, my notepad here, and just thinking about the things that I did first and foremost. What I did a ministry training with other individuals with my church. We did what's called the Stevens Ministry Training and Stephen Minister Training. And what that is all about is that you meet the needs of those in your church, whether they're going through divorce, grieving, all kinds of phases and stages of life, maybe illness, whatever it may be, financial distress. You just assigning people to one another, assigning a minister, a lay member specifically to another member, to support them, to help them, to be that listening ear for them. And so I did that training along with a few other people in the ministry that I'm a part of, the church that I'm a part of. Our pastor included did the training. So I think, was that a 16-week training? I think it was a 16-week training. So every Monday at the beginning of the year, or was it a 12-week? I can't remember. But yeah, I did the training. So on a spiritual note, I did that, and I did the Bible chronologically with the help of my Bible app. So I did that, and I'm pretty happy with doing that. I also minister every first Thursday, so I do a little teaching every first Thursday evening at my church. And then I did some travel. I did some professional travel. I attended our state school counselor conference, and then I attended the ASCA, which is the National School Counselor Conference. The state conference was in Reno, and the national was in Long Beach. And then I actually did quite a few trips this year that I'm really proud of myself in that. I'm happy for myself with that. I went to Cabo on spring break, and I did that all by myself. Yes, I did. That's the actual second trip that I went out of the States to do. In 23, I went to Jamaica for the first time by myself. So this year was Cabo. Then I went to New York by myself, which was my first visit to New York. Yes, first visit to New York at the age of 55. And I do plan on going back again. The next time I go back, it'll be more so for shopping and really the food experience. Just, I did the sightseeing, Statue of Liberty. If you watch my vlog on that, then Ground Zero at 9/11 at the Twin Tower, where the Twin Towers, where I did Ellis Island, all that. And for some reason that really hit me that whole trip was kind of like heavy for me, on a personal note and just a historical kind of thing. But I enjoyed myself. It was a great experience. I did that by myself. I did return to Hawaii. It was for a good occasion. My daughter and her husband, they did their 10-year renewal, which was beautiful. It was nice. And then just recently I went to Miami. I'll try to I don't know if this is coming out before or after this vlog, but I went to Miami just recently, right after Christmas, to celebrate with my oldest daughter who turned 40. Hopefully you saw that as well, or will see that vlog. But yeah, it really has had its ups and downs. I worked a whole lot this year, a lot, to the point that I definitely have to, be mindful of not just doing too much, overwhelming myself, and not being able to properly rest and just to wind down and, be present, So I'm going to work on that this coming year. Definitely had some things around the house. The hot water heater went out, and that was a big deal because it went out right before I went on the trip to Hawaii in September. And that, I will say my homeowner's insurance did well. It was, what is the home insurance that when things break down, it wasn't them more so, but it was the contractor that it's like, y'all don't need to be sending these different people. First it was the water damage people, which was part of the same company, but it was so confusing and it just frustrated me. I ended up going with someone, a small licensed person. They did an excellent job. So, and then I ended up getting a new washer and dryer. Yeah, it was needed because after being in my home since 2007, raising a house full of, teens and all that, yeah, I needed that. But as far as everything else, this year's really, it's been a chill year. It's been, don't get me wrong, September, there was some news, and at this point in time, I'm claiming victory over that news. I'm walking in faith. We're walking in faith over that news. 2025 was what I said, the year of thriving. And I think I did that. I don't want to say I survived it because there was nothing that overwhelmed me to say I survived to 2025. No, I was thriving. I pretty much got all my client hours. Right now, the goal is for 2026 is to do my complete licensure for my clinical professional counselor, because I'm an intern right now until I finish the 3,000 hours, and I'm just about there. What I have really left is my supervisory hours and to go ahead and take the test and pass it. So this year's been pretty good. As far as work related, I see just recently that things are really kind of like changing in my W-2 environment. There's, it's getting better. It's getting better. I would say that being in education, life has changed since the pandemic for our kids, for the students. I recently had a conversation with my daughter while we were out of town, and she reminded me of 2000. If you remember in 2000, it was supposed depending on your circle and what you was listening to, it was one of those years. It's like, is everything going to crash? What's going to be going on? But my daughter revealed to me that she thought that the world was going to end. And I'm like, huh? I didn't realize that she was thinking that way. And what brings it current now, when I talk about work getting a little bit better, is like, I wonder what the kids were thinking when they were hearing the news. And, they were in their homes. Yeah, and that may have been very horrific for some kids, depending on what that home life is like. But I really wonder what they were thinking. But I'm veering off too much, but I want to bring it back to just a recap of 25 and talk about my goals coming up for 2026, the year of my eyes being fixed on Him, meaning the Heavenly Father. So yeah, I got my 4 quarterly trips in, 1 out of the country. That was something I wanted to do. I will say for sure that I definitely became more spiritually aware, self-aware. Yeah, self-aware. I knew I never paid attention because I've always been the person on the go. I knew when my anxiety or when depression was trying to come in. Yeah, the therapist, we get anxiety, we have depression, was trying to set in. And I'm so thankful that I recognized those things. And then that's where I could begin to practice some things that I even teach to my clients on how to deal with myself in those moments. And I was able to overcome. So I'm really happy about that growth, that ability for myself. That's good. That's a good thing for me. My gym, I did maintain going to the gym on a regular basis. I will be honest, I did not change my eating habits because of my work schedule. I think my eating got worse because I had not been meal prepping. I had not been cooking at home. What I would typically do is grab something out, which is not a good idea to do that on a regular basis. I will say that you're watching me here on my YouTube channel, that I'm so proud to say, or I'm just proud in general, to not in a haughty way, not in a lack of humility way, but I'm happy to say I started this YouTube channel. And because that was a goal, not just for 25, that was a goal for 24. So established that now. And I just recently started a podcast with my daughters, and that podcast is titled, I Am Not One of Your Little Friends, Motherhood to Friendship. And you can check us out on YouTube as well as Spotify. So we just put our first intro episode out, and we're going to continue to do that on a weekly basis. So a lot was accomplished this year. How about you? Put some of those things in the comments about what you were able to accomplish this year, or just overall, how did this year go, 2025? And if it didn't quite go the way you would have liked it to go, give yourself grace. Don't worry about it. Just roll it over to 26, but have some benchmarks, some time frames to get things done. Because 9 times out of 10, you had some things established, but you didn't, establish some benchmarks, some things to get you there. So definitely will encourage you to do that. So for 2026, definitely my slogan for the year is my eyes fixed on Him. I definitely want to stay grounded spiritually. I want to make sure that I work on my relationship with God, that alone time, that prayer time, that fasting time, that reading of the Word and meditating of the Word, and just sitting, just simply quiet. So physically, I'm going to reveal the bod with modesty. I'm going to put myself out there only for accountability purposes, just for accountability purpose. That way we both can work on the physique. And not for me, it's more so the health part of it, being comfortable in my clothes. I will be honest, 2025, I gained 10 pounds. I literally gained 10 pounds. And I will say this is the heaviest that I've ever been. I won't share my weight until I do that vlog, when I go through all that, so we can have a starting place together. So I'm hoping that you'll go along with me in this vlog. After I finish doing this chit chat with you, we'll put together my walking treadmill that I did recently purchase. That was my Christmas gift to myself. Put that together, and I'll probably show you some of the things that I do have in my home to work out with that I definitely will be utilizing. But my physical goal this year is definitely to lose some weight. However, the focus will be more so on really my exercise routine, but most importantly, my eating, my diet. Not that I'm going on a diet, but what I put into this temple, what I put into my body, that I want to eat better. I want to eat whole foods, living foods. I want to, do well. And another thing is to continue to stay present. I want, I talked about this in previous vlogs where, we hear so much about the soft life and femininity and all that. Yeah, I want to live the slow life. I want to be present. I don't want to let life just pass me by and not recognize what's going on because I'm so busy doing, instead of being that human being, that being part. So that for sure. I do want to do my quarterly trips. So put in the comments any place that you would recommend for me to do on a solo trip, or with, my daughters, or with friends, or what have you. But I want to do 4 trips. One of the trips I want to do, I want to go on a train ride. I want to take a train ride up the West Coast from Los Angeles, Seattle. I don't know if I want to do that spring break or early fall, but I want it to be very scenic. I want to be able to sleep on the train, get a, what are they called? I know it's not called a cabin, but you know what I'm saying. I want to, really get the full experience of traveling on a train. I don't know exactly where I want to go out of the country, because one of the trips must be out of the country. I haven't done a cruise since 23. Yeah, I think it was 23. Did I do a cruise last year? No, I don't think I did. Yeah, I think the last cruise I did may have been in 23. Yeah, and that was just one of the California cruise, very quick, nothing long or anything, but I will never really do a cruise. I'm really contemplating the Alaskan cruise. If I don't do the Alaskan cruise, I want to do one of the Virgin cruises, the all adult cruises, because I've been on cruises, the Royal Caribbean and the Carnival and things like that, but I want to do a Virgin cruise, or maybe even something a little bit more adultish. Yeah, so give me your suggestions on places that I should try. I don't know if I want to go. Where do I want to go? Do I want to go to Nashville, or do I want to go to Boston? I'm just trying to figure out the places to go. I'm from Nevada, so I've been to Arizona, I've been to California, I've been to Louisiana, I've been to Georgia, I've been to Texas, as you heard recently, Florida, I've been to New York, I've been to Washington, D.C. So I know that there's a lot more places to go, and I'm just trying to decide on which ones to go. So 4 trips this year, 1 out of the country, that train ride up the West Coast, and the other 2, I'm just, out of the country. I don't know which country, and the other 2, I don't know exactly where to, but I'm double backing. So I did say cruise. So train, cruise, out of the country, and somewhere in the United States. And I mentioned I do want to complete my licensure, and I want to really focus on my savings and my investments. So I think I'm going to save the fitness for a separate vlog, and I want to save the savings in the investments, the financial, for another vlog. So definitely we'll get to that with you all, being a part of that with me. Hopefully you have some of the similar things, that you want to get the physical together, and also the mental together, and the financial together, and the spiritual together, and the recreational together. All that makes life in our 50s grand. Right? So there's definitely things that I'm going to be focusing on. And if you saw my day 12 of my Vlogmas, I talked about, the 12 things, but one of the things that stand out, and I'm looking back at my notes to remind myself, I want to make sure that I'm not over committing myself. I'm not rushing, meaning staying present, and no longer carrying responsibilities of others. So yeah, put in the comments what you have been able to accomplish in 2025, and what you're looking forward to in 2026. All right, so I'm going to grab this walking treadmill box, and I'm going to open it, yes, and see how much I need to work to put it together. And so I'll let you guys see that. Alrighty, so hold tight, give me just one moment, and I'll be right back. So it seems like it's going to be a pretty easy assembly of it. That's our remote. We put the batteries inside the remote. The compact treadmill. Let's see. Got that. And some screws. So this remote, the manual, screws, phone holder, Allen wrench, next screw, and lubricant. Okay. So, okay. Very easy assembly. most part, I don't think this will be on it as much because I'm going to keep it underneath my bed. So, for now, I'm just putting it together just to see the whole setup. It's definitely a small one, a compact one. And this is the phone holder. Let's these nails with these fingernails still with these screws. Alrighty, so I'm gonna get ready to plug it up. So exercise recommendations and guidelines, warm up and cool down exercises. So I don't know if you could see any of that clearly, but yeah. Head movement, shoulder lift, stretching, biceps, inner thighs, leg stretches, calf stretches. Okay. So let me plug it up and see what we got going. Get it completely on the floor. Well, let's say this now. So I typically walk at the gym. And I won't have to do that anymore because I can just go straight to the gym and do my weights. Yeah. And do my walk here. Yes. All the things that makes me excited. Let me see how fast it's gonna go. Now this don't seem like the MPs that I would be at the gym on their machine. But that's good. It still feels good. Because I'm already at 5.2. Alrighty, let me slow it down and get on off here. That is my gift to me. Alrighty, so I'm gonna end the vlog right here. So again, put in the comments, in the chat, tell me how 2025 has been for you and what you hope for 2026. So happy New Year and God bless. See you on the next one.